Please join me in recognizing and honoring Mr. Jacob Sanders.
Good morning. It is my great pleasure to introduce to you the ICSB's graduating class of 2011. Let's give them a round of applause. Alright, let's start with the men. Jacob Mullet, also known as King James, standing at 6'3", 195 pounds, is known for his knowledge of the healing properties of honeycomb, as well as his love of the game of basketball and his charming smile. It's common knowledge that he values his family above all else, and is one of the most loyal friends one could ever have. Robert Brown, some may call him Charlie, known for his theatrical prowess, as well as his love and skill in the media arts. This kind and gentle young man's deep thought and profound commentary have been known to keep one thinking for weeks upon end. Shen, the protector. Don't let his appearance fool you. Beneath his finely tuned athletic physique is the heart of a healer. He is gifted with great intelligence, yet never overlooks an opportunity to care for another. Tim, the daredevil Zyler. He's not one to be intimidated by obstacles that would send any normal man fleeing in terror. He's known for flinging himself hundreds of feet into the air in a human slingshot, leaping from high cliffs, racing at high speeds through arid environments, and immersing himself in a world of new language, new people, and new culture. Beneath his quiet exterior, one will find a loyal friend who's constantly thirsting for knowledge, both spiritual and intellectual. Victor Rabai also goes by names like Mr. Swab and The Godfather. He's an extremely intelligent, business-minded fellow, and in a few years may find himself at the list of the world's most successful businessmen. In addition, he values his family above all else, and he's a loyal friend who never overlooks the value of laughter. And now, let's move on to the ladies. Miss Anna Sensi has been named Miss Equity because she has demonstrated honor, integrity, compassion, kindness, and a sincere desire to help the lost. She is the life of the party, yet always shows extreme love to all she comes in contact with. Linda Chang has been the mother of our class, yet she has defied the stereotypical minivan for a bright red BMW. She's always joyful, always nurturing, generous, friendly, and as seen many times in Mr. Meyer's class, always hungry. Her obvious effort to love has been an encouragement to our whole class, and her friendliness and joyful spirit have helped her to overcome the language barrier, which is substantial with ease. Miss Victoria Vaughn has been named Miss Congeniality. Her exuberant personality and quick laughter have gained her the friendship of many. Her leadership on the basketball court and among the student body has shown a strong desire to serve for Christ's glory. Miss Nirtina Random Bjarson is Miss International Unifier. She's displayed a deep awareness of the needs of others and a sincere desire to meet immediate needs as well as their needs of spiritual depravity. Kendall Seeley is Miss Fervency. She has shown great ability to stand by her convictions, regardless of the outside forces. She undertakes all of her tasks with great passion and dedication. Christine Kazar could be named no other than Miss Compassion, because she shows genuine love for all of the Lord's creation, whether it's the dog at the beach or a friend in need. She has strong conviction to maintain her virtue in all areas of her life. Janie Milks is Miss Courtesy. She is among the most pure, most kind-hearted women I believe to ever graduate from this school. Her overflowing joy and gentleness are an obvious reflection of her relationship with Christ. So let's just give one round of applause to the senior class. So a wise man once told me that the high school years are like an hourglass. They start broad at the top, from all corners of the earth, from all families, all nationalities. But for several years in high schools, they're funneled down into a single point. And that's what these years are. We're just together for this short time, when once again we'll spread back out. So now that we are at this changing point, the natural question comes up, where do we go from here? However, I believe that a biblical perspective may change the question to not where we go, but how we go. Consider with me our class verse, which is 1 John 5:21. In the New Living Translation, it says, "Dear children, keep away from anything that might take God's place in your hearts." Look at this example with me. During free fall, there's seemingly no gravity. There's no up, no down, no directions, and your mind becomes confused. So in training for this sensational feeling, astronauts are trained to pick a point. This point, whatever it may be, gives reference to the rest of their world, and without this point, there is no direction. In the same way, a life without Christ has no direction. Because if there is no God, nothing else matters. There's no right, there's no wrong. All that matters is pleasing yourself and living life however you see fit. But if there is a God, in the same way, nothing else matters. For he is our all, and he deserves our all. And we should let nothing come between that. So back to the question, where do we go from here? I believe that our class has displayed a strong desire to live Christ-focused lives. And this indeed is the only way to true life. For when you're living a life filled with the Spirit, in continual scripture, reading, prayer, and fellowship, the Apostle Paul reminds us in Romans 8 that it's not you who live, but Christ who lives in you. If this is your lifestyle, the decisions we make are not our own, but they are the Lord's. The places we go are not where we want, but where he wants. So perhaps where we go is not as important as the manner in which we go. For wherever we go, Christ too is there. And if we choose him as our focal point, he can and will use us wherever we go. So I encourage each of you to have this mindset, to set Christ as your life's focal point. And dear classmates, keep away from anything that might take God's place in your hearts. For if anything does that to take that place, life will truly fall apart. As another wise man likes to say, if there is no God, nothing else matters. But if there is a God, nothing else matters. There most certainly is a God, and he deserves everything we have to give. And if we choose to live in this way, there's no limit to what God can accomplish. Congratulations, seniors.